Welcome! This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features electronic magazine. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa, and here are the features we have for you this week. On Motoring Forum, we shall have MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia on the latest issues concerning the agency. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on who has the right of way when there is no stop line on the main road. This week's Spying Chuper shall be about the limit on the number of passengers in PUVs. The public service segment shall have the MMDA's reaction on the motorist's view on one-way EDSA and their proposed solutions to traffic. Showcase this week shall have the compact SUV from Honda, the 2019 BRV 1.5S CVT. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the 9th leg of the 2019 Phoenix National Slalom Series held in Robinsons, Novaliches.
All of these plus the latest news in the country's transportation and traffic management are in this edition of Motoring Today. Join us!
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
Elevate your journey. The new Montero Sport.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards will win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki All-New Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-New Ertiga debut.
Welcome back. Motoring Today now starts with the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. While various transport groups were holding a transport strike on September 30th, pro-PUV MP transport operators and cooperatives spearheaded by Pasang Mazda, held a meeting to have a discussion on the program.
According to Pasang Mazda, overall President Obet Martin, he called for a meeting to inform the general motoring public as well as the operators who are being misled by their leaders about the benefits of the PUVMP.
Maraming leader na hindi nila naintindihan kung ano yung programa, na ibinababa nila sa kanilang hana yung maling impormasyon. Ang kailangan natin dito ay yung tamang impormasyon doon sa kanilang hanay ng mga operator sapagkat ito ang mga affected. Hindi driver po ang affected dito, operator.
Martin added that the operators under his group have voiced their support to the PUVMP after he's explained the program to them. He added that they have granted loan which could be used by his members.
Siyempre, may mga proseso yan. Kanya nga, kami ngayon ay nag-grant kayo ng loan at iba kong loan na ika-grant pa ay aking ipauubaya, pagagamit sa aking mga kasamahan na talagang seryoso sa hanap buhay.
Pasang Mazda also stressed the effect of the transport strike to them as a transport group.
Ito ang transport strike nito na naka-apekto sapagkat ang maraming kaming dapat pumapasada sa kalye, subalit kinakausap nila, yung iba nag-uumang ng pambutas sakyan, yung iba tinetrete ng mga driver, kanya natatakot. Kanya humihinto na sa pagbiyahe ang mga hanay ko na talagang wala kaming magawa tungkol dyan.
To avoid having another transport strike, Martin called to the drivers and operators to have a proper dialogue with the DOTR or the LTFRB to better communicate their concerns.
Pwede naman itong mga namumuno neto sa kabilang hanay makipag-ugnayan o dialogue kay Secretary Art Tugade ng DOTR, kay Chairman Degra ng LTFRB. Bukas ang kanilang pintuan tungkol sa ganitong programa sapagkat they initiated this program na handa naman silang tumulong sa hanay ng transportasyon. Nagtataka lamang ako bakit ginagawa pa nila ito, yung perwisyong ito sa ating mga mamamayan, sa mga negosyante, sa kanilang hanay perwisyo rin sila. Hindi ho makatarungan at katanggap-tanggap para sa akin yung kanilang ginagawa.
Meanwhile, LTFRB Chairman Martin Delga III said the PUVMP will push through according to President Duterte's directive to modernize the country's PUVs. The official added that at this point, no transport strike is going to stop the implementation of the said program.
Matagal na po natin itong inaasam-asam. Meron tayong tinatawag na modernization program for buses, UV, at saka taxi, but only for purposes basically of changing old units into new ones. But never has it been in the history of our public transportation system that the modernization program that this administration has put in place is widespread, comprehensive, and holistic insofar as the system that we're talking about, not simply having to modernize our units are concerned.
Delgra added that the LTFRB is always open to address the concern of transport groups through a proper discussion.
Ang ibig sabihin nito, mga 2 o 3 bagay. Una, we engage all public transport, even those who are opposed to modernization. Sinasabi naman din nila na they are for modernization. Iba lang yung pagtingin nila kung paano gagawin. No? Pangalawa, dinidiin natin yung sinasabi natin na dialogo at konsultasyon ang kailangan. No? And therefore, hindi po option yung pagka-transport strike. Lalong-lalo na kung pinipirwisyo mo yung mga mananakay.
The DOTR LTFRB said that their doors are always open for the other transport groups in case they need any support and clarification.
Chairman Delgar also stressed there are a number of transport groups that are in support of the PUVMP and that they commend them for their cooperation. Continuing, with all things going into being eco-friendly, a recent forum centered on the use of electric vehicles, resulting into better air quality in a certain area.
Clean Air Asia, a non-government organization, said in the Future of Electric Forum that 98% of the population living in 419 Asian countries are at risk from the health impacts of particulate matter, 2.5 exposure, and air pollutant. To help solve this, there are vehicle emission standards and fuel specifications as far as the transport sector is concerned.
There are already progress that is happening in the transport sector. Like we're starting to track the vehicle emission standards. A lot of organizations are doing this. So it's a global effort to ensure that there are more vehicle emission standards and equivalent fuel specifications. So this one is important because in relation to vehicle emission standards, the allowable sulfur levels in diesel in Asian countries can reflect the amount of polluted emissions in the atmosphere, given that sulfur is a precursor to the formation of particulate matter.
Aside from these, fuels in vehicles are also seen improving at a regional level. In the Philippines, there will be increased transport activities alongside our economic growth, as we are considered a developing country. The transport sector contributes globally to energy-related emissions, in which the road transport sector takes a big part.
The transport sector globally contributes 22% to global energy-related emissions, 73% of which are coming from road transport sector, which is evenly split between the heavy-duty or the trucks and the light-duty vehicles.
In view of climate change, carbon emission reduction in the transport sector is important, to which all the discussions on going electric come in.
Transport needs to contribute 80% to global carbon emission reductions to reach a 2-degree scenario. So accelerated improvement in the transport sector is important, and that is where a lot of the discussions on electric mobility are starting to come in.
Aside from the transport sector, there are also other sources of pollution like the power plants, household fires, factories, crop burning, municipal waste, and dust.
With all these issues on climate change, there are studies and goals that by the coming years, we are seen to use electric-powered vehicles to help solve environmental issues and for us to get rid of harmful pollutants. And finally, the DOTR recently met with provincial and local officials from the government of Bulacan to discuss how to smoothly and efficiently implement railway projects in the province.
During the meeting, transport officials focused on two railway projects, the PNR Clark Phase 1 and PNR Clark Phase 2, as part of their 147-kilometer north-south commuter railway project. For the former, Secretary Tugade reported that the rail line from Tutuban, Manila to Malolos, Bulacan is 2 to 3 months ahead of its construction schedule. Additionally, Secretary Tugade announced that 24/7 construction works have been implemented since July in order to achieve partial operability by the fourth quarter of 2021. Secretary Tugade also mentioned that bidding for PNR Clark Phase 2 running from Malolos to Clark has received worldwide attention, following the recent opening of bids that were participated by 9 international and 2 local companies. Local officials, for their part, raised concerns and clarifications on certain issues such as the provision of accessibility for senior citizens and persons with disabilities in train stations, proper relocation of affected families, desired designs per train station based on the history of each municipality, provision of an easier access to the airport, and reduction of road congestion. In response, both Secretary Tugade and PNR General Manager June Magno acknowledged these concerns and vowed to accommodate solutions that will expedite the completion of projects. Bulacan Governor Daniel Fernando expressed his gratitude to Secretary Tugade and the DOTR for ensuring constant coordination with officials and stakeholders to expeditiously realize various transport infrastructure projects in Bulacan.
For his part, Secretary Tugade assured local and provincial officials that the ongoing projects of the government will continue to move forward until completion. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Here's Ray Louie.
Thanks, Susie. MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia sat down with the transport covering media and discussed the latest issues concerning the agency. On traffic management plan, the PNP Highway Patrol Group recently joined the MMDA in manning certain parts of EDSA. GM Garcia assessed that getting them aboard is indeed a big help to the agency.
Of course, malaking tulong yung HPG. Makita naman natin, no, sabi ko, everyday, nadadagdagan ng sasakyan, pero at least tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang flow. So malaking tulong yung HPG.
He also asserted that the MMDA is doing its best to help alleviate traffic in the metro.
Every day nadadagdagan ng close to 1,000 new vehicles. Dapat yan, kung ito yung property mo, araw-araw may nadadagdag, dadating ang point, puno yan, hindi nagagalaw. Di ba? Pero ngayon, araw-araw dumadagdag, months pa, pero tumatakbo pa rin. Ibig sabihin, kung wala kaming ginagawa, hindi natatakbo yan. Wala nang pag-asa yan. No? So, ibig sabihin, may ginagawa, kaya hanggang ngayon, tumatakbo pa rin. Gumagalaw pa rin yung EDSA natin.
Meanwhile, San Miguel Corporation proposed a 10-lane elevated tollway on EDSA. With this, the MMDA General Manager said that proposals like this will help improve traffic condition but will also need further studies.
Any additional infrastructure will really help. No, makakatulong yan. Siyempre, dagdag kalsada yan naman. Kaya lang, we really need to study. Kasi pag may infrastructure, definitely may construction. So that construction itself per se, how will it affect the traffic again?
In the budgetary hearing that was recently held, GM Garcia said that they're hoping that the request for increased compensation for traffic enforcers and flood control personnel be approved.
Nag-agree naman lahat na bibigyan ng increase. So we're really playing na after 2 years, sana maibigay.
He added that the agency requested for additional budget for its engineering department to address concerns on infrastructures.
Nagiging kami ng additional budget sa engineering namin para at least itong mga ganitong infrastruktura, magkaroon tayo ng budget.
The MMDA was also recently on fire following the police power statement of Colonel Bong Nebriha. The general manager cleared this and appealed to end the discussion on the said issue. That was MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia with updates on certain issues of the agency. Our guest this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Ako po si Michael Kaliwag, 12 taon ng patrol crew para sa NLEX ECTEX. Bilang patrol crew, handa akong humarap sa anumang di naasahang sitwasyon. Naalala ko pa noon, 2009, Bagyong Ondoy. Papatrol kami sa NLEX nang may nakita kami isang pamilya na natrap sa bubong. Kahit kailangan magpatrol, nagdesisyon kami na sagapin at iligtas sila. Kami ang NLEX ECTEX Patrol Crew, kaagapay at katuwag nyo sa mas maayos na paglalakbay.
Continuing with Motoring Today, here once again is this week's series of valuable motoring tips. We start off with road safety reminders on the Young Street Smarts portion, courtesy of Toyota. If you're on the main road at kung nasa stopline ka na, bigyang daan ang mga sasakyang galing sa lane na walang stopline. As seen on the animation, the blue car has the right of way. Keep this in mind to avoid meeting accidents on the road. Proper driver's demeanor, especially among drivers of public utility vehicles, is one of the major concerns we are addressing on our segment, Paying Chopper, courtesy of Mitsubishi.
Payon Super lang, kaibigan. Ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa niyo super. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstrang bangko sa gitna ng jeep.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, Payon Super lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa niyo super.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards will win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
NLEX Viaje Tips presents Healthy Road Trip. It's time for that much-awaited vacation, but here are a few things to watch out for. Sitting for long periods of time can form blood clots in your body, like in the legs. To avoid that, stop for a quick break, get up, and move around to get your blood pumping. Car air conditioners speed up dehydration, so make sure to drink water frequently. Lastly, while driving, protect your eyes from the sun by wearing UV blocking sunglasses. And for a smoother trip up north, you can now drive all the way to your destination with one RFID. Get your Easy Trip RFID sticker now.
We're back. We now welcome you to Motoring Today's World of Motorsports. We start with the latest news and developments. The novice class of the 2019 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series has again made itself felt by taking 3 of the top 5 places in Leg 9 of the series held in Robinson's Novaliches. Rod Chang led the charge of the rookies, setting a time of 52.70 seconds, besting all novices anew to make it 9 in a row to finish 3rd overall for the day. Another novice, JP Polentan, was 4th fastest overall with a time of 53.06 seconds. Novice class driver Leonard Cristobal rounded up the top 5 overall with a time of 53.12 seconds. Tough Gear Racing Team stablemates Estefano Rivera and 2018 novice slalom champion Paui Base finished 1 and 2 in Leg 9 overall timesheets, without Slalom King Milo Rivera making his infrequent appearance to show the upstarts looking to inherit his title. Younger brother Estefano got back on top of the overall standings with a time of 50.74 seconds run. Paui Base is close second with a time of 51.90 seconds. Meanwhile, Joseph Ortega maintained his dominance on the rear-wheel drive class with a time of 55.42 seconds. The highlights and sidelines of the 9th leg are up next on race weekend. More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. This year's Slalom King title race may no longer be as tight as it was earlier in the rounds. Still, the top contenders as well as the race weekend warriors continue to exhibit enthusiasm for coming out to compete on slalom races even as the season reaches the closing rounds. here's our race weekend feature on the 2019 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series, Leg 9. Another slalom episode here in Robinsons Novaliches for the 9th leg of the 2019 Phoenix National Slalom Series. It's another hectic Sunday for Race Motorsports Club and Bingbang Dulce to keep the registration process for entries smooth and on schedule. As again, there is a healthy number signing up to compete in various classes and categories to save their thirst for parking lot time trial racing. The 2019 slalom season can be said to have started with a bing and a bang. The bing being the uncertainty of starting the season without one of its main draws, 5-time slalom king Milo Rivera, returning to defend the title. However, the bang came with a surge in number of newbies trying out the sport, as well as healthy interest in what many expected was a wide-open race for a new slalom king. And bang prevailed over the next rounds, as strong contenders emerged for the Slalom King title: Estefano Rivera, Pau Ibase, Jeffrey Moreno, and a talented bunch of novices led by Rod Chang, who steadily showed improvement with every round and even challenging for top 5 overall places. Sporadic appearances by the reigning Slalom Kings spiced up the competition. While the action on the slalom course continued to wax hot, we pulled aside Bingbang Dulce for a chat. Okay, I'm here with the organizer, the main person for the National Slalom Series, Miss Bingbang Dulce. Hi, Miss Bingbang. Thank you again for joining us.
Good afternoon.
So we are now standing at, what, 9th round, yes? So as we approach the end of another successful season for you guys, what are your thoughts about the new drivers that developed this year?
Well, we're so grateful that it came from the grassroots motorsports that we have developed new drivers and we have a lot of newcomers and they've become quite magaling na rin no, in their driving, and I'm proud to say na at least they've learned something in slalom racing.
With big improvements of Pau Ibase and of course Estefano Rivera, the Slalom King's brother, is emerging as the front runner for this year's Slalom King title. How do you see them go head-to-head next year?
Well, I think there's going to be a big bang palalo because I think they're going to improve more on their engines, pabibilisin palalo, at tapos sasalihan pa nila more practice runs for them. And we have also the upcoming sina Rod Chang, our novice driver, who started out last year medyo slow, pero ngayon, siya na ang straight win ng novice overall title.
The 9th leg of this year's National Slalom Series again saw close times among those fighting for the best overall time. The frontrunner for this year's Slalom King title, Estefano Rivera, was again in the thick of the fight and setting the early pace. At the end of the day, he was fastest overall, solidifying his chances of following in his brother's big footsteps, despite being handicapped by not having a complete crew at the leg.
Yeah, today was very good actually. Unfortunately, magkasabay yung our races with GT, so most of my ninong, my brother Milo, and some mechanics are not here. So we just wanted to be conservative today, run a good race, and it's a bonus that we came up on top. And yeah, great thanks to the team, to the car, and it's been a great leg. And looking forward to the next one.
Is Estefano finally going to break through and win his first Slalom King title?
Well, yeah, personally for me, it's been actually a breakthrough year for me because for the past years I was always competitive, but not always fighting for the top position. But right now, it's a different mindset for the whole 9 legs. It's my own car right now, and so far, yeah, I'm pretty happy about the results, and not just for getting first, but also for the progress we're having. Because as much as we're winning, we're also improving for every race. So maybe for next year also, our car is in better shape. So yeah, it's been a good 9 legs so far.
Estefano is reveling in the tight competition, seeing it as great motivation to hone his skills further to stay ahead of rivals and contenders for the championship.
Well, that's the great thing about our sport is because we push each other to the limit. Like when he gets faster, it also challenges you to go faster. In the same ways, likewise for me and Pawi and Rod, even Jevoy, even my brother, all the other. So yeah, it's very great, and it's also a learning experience because that's the beauty of motorsports, because there's always going to be a next leg, another race, and even if you do bad in one race or the past race, you can always use it as a guide or something, a stepping stone to do better.
Pawi Base ended the 9th round in 2nd overall, but he doesn't see that as a loss but a gain. And he looks forward to the final 3 rounds where he hopes to finally achieve a win.
Well, I believe that we're getting closer to the top every now and then. There may have been some setbacks, but what matters to us is that we're getting closer to Stefano and Milo. Today we're finishing 2nd, but we're only trailing behind by 0.4 seconds, so I believe that's a good job for us today. And I believe we can bring this up to next year. So it's a good thing that Stefano's still joining next year, so I'm still looking forward to the good battles with him. I'm looking forward that we'll finally get our first overall best time, because this year so far we haven't won. But we've been consistent on the podium. I know we're getting closer and closer. I just really want to have a good fight up to the end, and I hope we can have a good result nonetheless. As long as we're in the overall podium for the championship, that will take that as it is.
While the championship contenders for Slalom King as well as class titles continue to battle out and make the final rounds all the more interesting and fun, the Slalom Series continues to hook more newbies to the sport, and these includes, interestingly enough, the mother of one of the rising stars in slaloms and other motorsports disciplines. After merely accompanying his son Pawi to the races, Denise Nolasco began racing herself, and the mother soon found herself being mentored by the son.
Actually, he's basically the one who coaches me and mentors me. Everything, maybe 80%, 70% of everything I've been applying here has come from him. Like my braking points, my acceleration, where to enter the corners and stuff. All of that comes from him.
Denise is looking forward to the day when she becomes to have more consistent runs.
I think I'm still a bit on and off. I'm still trying to get that consistency that Pawi has and a lot of the more experienced racers have. It's a lot of fun, but sometimes I feel like I'm still a bit inconsistent, so I'm trying to get to that level, hopefully. But it's been a really fun learning curve. I mean, everything about it, it's fulfilling and everything, and it's worth the exhaustion sometimes and the sleepless nights.
The season is not yet over, obviously, right? So there are 3 more races to go. What else do you think can develop with that 3 races? Are there other drivers that are willing to join still?
Yes, because our last 3 legs basically would be out of town. We have 2 legs in Cabanatuan, which is coming on October 27 at NE Pacific Mall. Then our 11th leg on November 10, together with the Antipolo Speed Fest at Robinson's Antipolo. And our 12th and final leg will be on December 8 back at Cabanatuan City. Plus, we have our 3rd and final Slalom Invitational next Sunday, October 6 at Robinson's Place, Calasiao, Pangasinan. So from there, we have a lot of new entries also, and a lot of drivers who come from Baguio, Pangasinan, Tarlac, who are not joining in the Metro Manila venues.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Bingbang Dulce, and we look forward to join you again next leg.
Thank you, and see you.
That does it for our coverage of the 9th leg of the 2019 Phoenix National Slalom Series. Tune in again next week for more Race Weekend. If 2019 has been a pretty intriguing season for slaloms with a wide open fight for the Slalom King title, From what we heard from the contenders themselves, as well as observations from Ding Bang Dulce about the new possible contenders rising from the grassroots, next year's slalom racing should be even more exciting and dramatic to participate in. Watch and cover. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Isuzu Philippines Corporation recently brought the D-Max 4x4 Toughness experience to Davao City.
Today, we are launching the 2020 Isuzu D-Max LSA, which is our latest addition to the premium pickup segment in the country.
We're now here at SM Lanang in Davao City for the third leg of the nationwide launch of the new variant, the Isuzu D-Max. This is the LSA model, our 2020 edition of the Isuzu D-Max.
In a 3-day test drive and display event in SM Lanang, visitors were able to witness the Tough Enough for Anything 4x4 test drive event, specially conducted to showcase the off-road capabilities of the D-Max. The test drive included courses like the lateral descent ditch crossing, cross-axle articulation, elephant holes, 45-degree camper sides, and the highlight 40-degree hill climb and descent course. These courses, however, appear to be an easy task for the D-Max, which has proven its tough performance and durability over the years.
Isuzu renowned durability, fuel efficiency, and overall value for money. The 2020 Isuzu D-Max LSA features a stylish yet functional design, highlighted by its dark gray front grille and bumper, plus a lot more added exterior feature, making it stand out on the road and in any terrain.
With its reliable 4JJ1 TCX 3.0-liter 4-cylinder inline blue-powered diesel engine with VGS turbo intercooler, the D-Max can produce up to 177 PS of maximum power and 380 Nm of maximum torque, capable of traversing any terrain.
Initially, these are only available on 4x4 models, but soon we'll be introducing the 4x2.
Apart from the 4x4 test drive, IPC also made a special Mindanao launch and display event at the SM Lanang Atrium for clients to check the units more closely after they have gone through the test drive or vice versa.
To all the televiewers, especially those looking for a stylish yet functional vehicle, check out our 2020 Isuzu D-Max LSA in any of Isuzu dealership in the nationwide and see for yourself its new future and discover its functionality and durability that is above anyone else. Thank you very much.
Visit our 43 dealers around the Philippines, talk to our sales executive and book a test drive and see for yourself why the T-Max is the toughest model in the market. Maraming salamat po.
Lexus has recently unveiled the new 2020 RX luxury SUV in the Philippine market.
We're gathered here tonight to witness the latest offering of the RX models here at Lexus Manila.
As presented during the launch, the 2020 RX exterior retains a powerful and sporty appearance, while the character line that runs from the front of the vehicle to the rear has been improved, giving the RX's overall appearance exceptional flow and consistency.
Both exterior and interior, our spindle grille has now become much better, much bolder, and much sportier. And also, of course, the headlamps, you can see, it has the latest technology. And also from the sides all the way to the rear, combination lamps, you can see the differences. And for the interior, there are some changes we made. And also we are highlighting the capability for audio unit to accommodate both Apple. It has an Apple CarPlay and the Android Autoplay.
Main features of the new RX include the introduction of the all-new RXL variant that offers unique versatility without compromise, enhanced stability and linear steering feel with the RX's signature ride comfort, enhancements that contribute to driving pleasure resulting from changes to the suspension and increased body rigidity. It features active cornering assist that suppresses understeer when stepping on the throttle in mid-corner, as well as dramatic improvements in the tuning of the EPS, all of which result in a truly linear steering feel, allowing the RX to accurately trace the desired driving line in all types of conditions.
I'd like to invite all of you to come over in Lexus Manila dealership, witness the latest offering from the RX model. It's a family of 4 variants, so please come over. We have test drive units and hope to see you soon.
Ford Philippines took members of the motoring media to a drive up north featuring the new Ford Everest. The team traversed Baler Aurora, La Union, and Pampanga. During the drive, the power capabilities of the new Everest were showcased. It includes the car's next generation powertrain comprised of a 2.0L bi-turbo diesel and 2.0L turbo diesel engines, with the advanced 10-speed automatic transmission that offers improved fuel efficiency and better acceleration. The 2.0L bi-turbo diesel engine delivers 213 PS and 500 Nm of torque, while the 2.0L turbo engine delivers 180 PS and 420 Nm of torque. The new 2.0L diesel engines and 10-speed automatic raise the bar when it comes to vehicle refinement.
We're assembled here for last 2 days, and we had a group of very experienced journalists to drive around the new Ford Everest, which is launched in the last few weeks in this market, especially to test specific features about the vehicle, namely the 2-liter bi-turbo and also 10-speed automatic.
The new Everest is also equipped with segment-leading driver assist technologies that make it ideal for city driving while remaining a force to be reckoned with off-road.
What is more important is also to understand the critical features that this product brings along. Starting with whether it's the panoramic moonroof or it is the driver assist technologies, which is the way of autonomous emergency braking or parallel park assist features, or a more attractive feature called hands-free lift gate, which is a very rewarding feature for someone who's on shopping and wants to put his wares back in the vehicle. Kind of helps.
The safer driving experience concept of Ford was also showcased during the media drive. Goodyear Philippines recently unveiled the latest tire to carry the legacy of the Wrangler family, the Wrangler AT Silent Track. The launch is in conjunction of the brand's 100th anniversary in the Philippine market.
Tonight's event was extremely important to us. I mean, not only are we 100 years old, which is a terrific achievement in the Philippines, but we also wanted to recognize the contribution of our dealer network, our distributors. We heard tonight that there's been people recognized that have been partners for 20 years, all the way up to 85 years. So we had the objective of celebrating, we wanted to recognize the dealers, and we had a fantastic new product to launch. So we had 3 great reasons for running tonight's event.
The Wrangler AT Silent Track, a new all-terrain tire with enhanced Durable technology for an exceptional on- and off-road performance, is Goodyear's perfect offering to SUV and pickup truck drivers who demand off-road durability, long-lasting thread life, and quiet performance.
The Wrangler AT Silent Track has three key features. The first one is a quiet ride, the second one is a long tread mileage, and the third one is excellent durability.
The advanced Durable technology and optimized sidewall and thread provide superior off-road durability. Additionally, the new design features solid centerline blocks with abundant traction edges to deliver reliable all-terrain traction and robust for off-road toughness. Moreover, it is packed with other essential advantages for a tougher enduring on- and off-road experience, including a wider load range in comparison to its predecessor, improved and supported wet braking performance, a larger contact area for the benefit of braking performance, and a stiffer foundation of its solid shoulders for heavy handling.
The essence of all the development that we do usually starts from our customer needs. So what we do is that we survey our customers, we understand what they want, and one of the things that were missing in the product range was a tire that was really very quiet on road but very capable off-road. So what we went about doing is developing a tire that does exactly that.
I'd like all of you out there to come and see Goodyear. Come and see us on Facebook, come and see us in some of our retail stores, see the quality of the product, see the quality of our service. I know you're not going to be disappointed.
The new car assessment program for Southeast Asian countries, or the ASEAN NCAP, a program that performs assessment on vehicle safety level of new cars sold in the market, recently conducted a vehicle safety course. This is in line with its advocacy to make cars safer for the ASEAN region. Part of the event's objective is to let participants understand about the details of vehicle safety and how technologies are able to prevent collision and injury to the car passengers.
We are targeting to deliver the information on the safety of the car that's selling in Philippines. So important, we need to say that we need to deliver that most of the car in Philippines has been rating by ASEAN NCAP and receive a good star rating. Then the good and safe car are available for the Philippines. That the information we want to deliver today to make sure that media and also NGO are promoting for the public to buy safe car.
During the course, participants have learned the vehicle safety technologies of both passive and active safety. Passive safety highlighted vehicles' crashworthiness and restraint system, such as airbags and seatbelts. Active safety system, on the other hand, focused on crash avoidance technologies such as electronic stability control, autonomous emergency braking, and several other technologies.
It's a good news that slowly in the Philippines, people are beginning to get aware of the NCAP, or the new car assessment program. In the industry, we came across this in the 90s pa eh. Pero sa Philippines, it's just now that it's getting traction. Hopefully, most people now will become aware on what is the NCAP and what does it mean kung yung kotse nila ay may NCAP rating.
Mas natutunan ko ngayon na parang there's a need for consumers to be more informed, lalo na with safety, na not all the offerings out there are that safe. We have to understand yun, you have to consider kung ano yung mga safety proponents ng mga sasakyan natin.
In the Philippines, vehicle manufacturers are not mandated to label their products with the ASEAN NCAP ratings. Ahmad said that they are willing to work with the Philippines. Ropali Classics recently celebrated its 5th anniversary in the market. Started with a pure interest in classic and vintage bikes, the company marked this major milestone with a fun-filled night of camaraderie with riders and guests.
Today is actually our anniversary for the Ropali Classic. Nakaka 5 years na kami, and it's good that we keep this tradition for the Ropali Classic kasi it brings all the friends together. So especially most of my friends here I haven't seen for a long time, kaya masaya.
The store does not only offer classic motorbikes, but also basic motorcycle lines which are mostly used for transportation. Additionally, Ropali Classics also sells motorcycle clothing and gears. According to the company, they're planning to expand their product line by introducing more heritage brands and big bikes in the next few years.
It's more of a distributorship of motorcycle. So this is actually a exclusive distributorship of Ural, Lambretta, at saka Norton motorcycles.
Meanwhile, Ropali Group as a whole responds to the demands of its customers and the industry by investing on the latest technological advances.
We have more about the local auto industry as I now give you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. The Honda BR-V came in the market with a refreshed look and features, and is now more fuel efficient and bolder. Let's find out more about it here on Showcase. That was all about the 2019 Honda BR-V 1.5S CVT, a car that excites customers and car enthusiasts. Our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
The things that make my day. My Mini-Me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards will win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
We now have our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
In the past 2 weeks on public service, we highlighted the commuting public's view on traffic, most especially on EDSA, and how are they being affected on this. Many have also proposed several solutions that might solve the horrible EDSA traffic. Add even skim, brand coding, private car ban, bus ban, even a one-way traffic there and on C5 Road. MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia said that they're all open to these suggestions but need to study them further, and that all these proposed solutions go down to one main target: volume reduction.
Ang bottom line doon, yung volume reduction. Ibig sabihin, kahit sinong expert ang tanongin mo, lahat sila gumagawa ng paraan para i-reduce ang volume ng sasakyan. Whatever scheme na maisip nila.
GM Garcia claimed that clearing the national roads and mabuhay lanes of obstructions play an important role as to why we are still moving here in the metro.
Kung hindi pa tayo nagki-clearing, hindi natin nilinis yung mabuhay lane sa itong national road. Sabi ko 200,000 na, more than 200,000 na nadagdag na sakay. Baka hindi na tumatakbo talaga ang Metro Manila. No? So, the mere fact na tumatakbo araw-araw may nadadagdag pero tumatakbo same speed, ibig sabihin, may nadadagdag na kalsada.
We thank GM Jojo Garcia for his valuable insights on EDSA traffic and solutions to this. We might not see it now, but we're all looking forward to a better and motorist-friendly roads in the country.
That was Motoring Today's public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines. We'd like to once again urge the public to help us solve motoring problems in our midst by referring them to us so we can in turn bring them to the attention of involved authorities. Please refer to the screens for our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on our social media accounts.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 33rd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!